Hey guys, this is Nick from ReMatch Gaming, and I'm here to talk to you about a game that I'm really excited about. Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. This is a title created by Ninja Theory, who are responsible for quite a few artistically stunning games, with its most recent release being one of my favorite games ever in cooperation with Capcom, Devil May Cry. Hellblade follows the dark journey of Senua. She's a Celtic warrior who is plagued with psychosis, and the game focuses on the journey through her eyes, as it tries to put the perspective of someone dealing with a severe mental illness in the hands of the player. This game is breaking the mold in many ways. Most noticeably to the general public is the price tag. While most gamers have become quite used to the $60 that most titles are charging these days, they really don't fulfill the requirements one would expect from a full-price title. Hellblade is being released with a very welcome price of $29.99, and more surprisingly, judging strictly from a visual standpoint, it rivals the graphical fidelity of many $60 AAA titles being released these days. It even surpasses quite a few of them. Creative director Tamim Antoniades actually touches on this subject in an interview, claiming that games change their direction to justify this price. These studios fall into what he calls the hellish cycle of the publisher model. He wanted to explore the middle ground between AAA titles and indie games. This means that Senua's Sacrifice is a self-published game, being able to take risks that many studios are not able to take due to constraints that are placed on them with these aforementioned publisher models. For me, this paves the way for an original concept without the copy and pasting that seems to be happening all over the gaming industry. Another outstanding point about this title is how the development team took the time to fully flesh out how someone dealing with psychosis truly experiences the world. They worked directly with the Wellcome Trust, a foundation that researches mental illness along with other diseases, and the team collaborated with the psychiatrist and professor of neuroscience, Paul Fletcher. They were able to speak to his patients about what having this illness is really like. For me, this is huge. As a healthcare professional, I see firsthand the stigma and misunderstanding that people with mental illness have to endure on top of already dealing with this life-altering ailment. Games are probably the worst offenders in generalizing and stereotyping mental illness into quirky traits or just outright hilarious characters. If you take the time to research it, you can see how relatable all of these disease processes are to everyone. As my psychiatric pathology teacher used to say, we're all just one huge life event from a diagnosable mental illness. And a short note on the combat system that Ninja Theory is implementing into the game, since we haven't really seen all that much of it. Though they stress that the main point of the game is following Senua's journey, they note that her illness comes from the traumatic events of the Viking invasion, which greatly affected her psyche, and is integral to this journey. The voices she hears and her perception of the world will play a direct role in how this fighting system is crafted, and I for one can't wait to partake on this unique interpretation of a hack-and-slash combat system. In summation, I cannot wait to take part in this experience. From going away from the mainstream to doing copious amounts of research backed with obvious passion for the game, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is promising to be a very welcome addition to my library. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.